This one, I'm going to be really transparent with you
Okay.
because this topic I sent to you because it's like, I was like, oh, this is me. And it's hot mess, but still healing.
Yes.
Because that is how I feel 99% of the time. I do feel like I'm on a healing journey with panic and anxiety,
Yeah.
but I am a hot mess most of the time.
Yeah.
So let's get into this one.
Okay.
Welcome to It's a Mental Thing, the podcast that dives deep into the power of the mind and the heart of mental health. Whether you're navigating life's challenges, seeking balance, or simply curious about how to care for your mind, you're in the right place. Each week, we explore stories, strategies, and expert insights to help you build resilience, find clarity, and embrace a healthier you. So take a deep breath and let's journey together toward a brighter, more mindful tomorrow. Welcome to It's a Mental Thing, because your mental health matters.
All right, so when we're going through these journeys of healing, whether it be we're meeting with a therapist, we've got our psychiatrist, we're working through whatever mental health issue it may be, right? So, for instance, for me, panic and anxiety have plagued me over the last year, over the last 20-ish years, but
right.
off and on, right?
Yeah.
But for the last year, it has really been a journey for me to try to figure out, okay, what is going on here?
Right.
And honestly, even though I know I am healing, I am learning, I am growing in my faith, my reliance on the Lord, like there are so many ways that I've seen growth in my life.
Yeah.
I still every day just feel like I'm maybe not white knuckling it, but a little bit where it's like, I'm just trying to it's chaos, but we're making it through.
Right. Like survival mode.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we do that, and it's a survival mechanism where when you say white knuckling it through life, I've actually had a psychiatrist say that to me before. You've just white knuckled through life, haven't you? And I sat there in tears and I said, I think so.
Yeah.
But I never had anyone say that to me until my early 30s because I was just going through the motions, living life, and wearing the mask of, I'm good, I'm fine.
Yeah.
When inside, I was this mess of a person.
Well, I think too, there's so much pressure, at least for me, with the jobs that I have, and just there's pressure to look a certain way and act a certain way.
Yeah.
And that almost makes it worse,
Right.
as far as like my anxiousness or my panicking,
Yeah.
because I'm like, people are relying on me. They expect me to be this way.
Right.
And if I'm not, then it's not okay.
Right. But who allows that? Who allows those feelings?
Nicole.
Yeah,
Nicole Conte.
So until you say, because we've all been there.
Yeah.
We all can say, I have let the world and society and what social media says, and especially as females, tell me who I should be. And until Erica says, wait a minute, I don't have to be any form of or fashion of someone else, because why would I want to be someone that is already kind of broken, but looks a certain way, but already leads a certain life, but lives a certain life. So there's so many different stories that everybody can look into. But why would we just choose to be average when we can be exceptional? You know, we get to choose that. And even if someone is choosing to be just average, but you're over here choosing to be just weird and live your life, which one's better?
Yeah.
You know, just to sit here and be average Joe and be level or very basic, or the weird different because I choose to be Nicole and live authentically to who that is.
Yeah.
Because it's all a mindset, I think. And when women, especially, we think we're a hot mess, in life, where we work all day, we get home, we work all night, We get backpacks ready. We get lunch boxes ready. We clean the house. We get the kids in baths. We
Try
get
to
the
maintain
all the-
friendships.
try to keep
Yeah.
friendships going. Try to keep our relationships healthy. Try all these things. And then we go to bed. And then we do it the next day. So it isn't until we realize that all the chaos we live in is either going to be our normal chaos or it's going to be someone else's chaos that we're choosing to make it look like. And
Yeah.
like why would I want my chaos? Like I always say, like when I travel, everybody, may look and think, gosh, she's traveling and doing this and this. And I'm like, okay, I got on a plane. I got off of a plane. I did a job. I got back on a plane and then I came home. And I always say I love to come home to my normal crazy. And that may be a messy den, chicken nuggets for dinner, a kid with Legos on the floor, and not a care in the world to clean that house. But that's mine, right?
Yeah.
So my mess compared to your mess, that's where that should be a period at the end of that. But what we do is we end up saying all these things but my chaos doesn't look like theirs.
Yeah.
Their chaos doesn't look like
we're
mine.
comparing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do think that we're able to function, but are you functioning in a healthy way?
Yeah.
That's the question is, are we in survival mode and white knuckling life for whom? Like for what?
Right.
What are we doing that for?
And I think I have found I really have learned
Right.
so much over this last year. One thing being, I am allowing the actual chaos within me to be known to people. So I'm not necessarily putting on this front of I'm perfect, everything's fine. Yes, let's continue on as normal.
Right.
Because it's not, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
feeling normal that day. So by letting my, trusted people,
Yes.
hey, this is how I'm feeling today. Hey, just
Yes.
like letting them know what's truly going on, the hot mess that's truly
Yeah.
happening. It's freeing.
Yes.
It's so freeing to allow yourself to be what is happening in that moment
Yeah.
versus trying to put up a front.
Yeah.
That's not real.
It's not isolating. You're not,
Right.
you're choosing not to isolate, which is a really healthy thing to do in the middle of your hot mess chaos. So what would you explain your hot mess is, like your chaos in your life mostly?
Mine is just like I'm constantly feeling anxious or not confident in what I'm doing or who I am. And that's not me. Like I am
Yeah.
a confident, joyful, that's the real me, right? But right now, I'm struggling with confidence. I'm struggling with anxiety and I'm struggling with people's expectations of me.
Yeah. Let it go. You got to let that go. I know. It sounds so easy. But it's for everybody. Like people, because there's so many people out there and there's so many people that walk into this office that I hear say that. And I mean, oh gosh, the life I lived before I got to a place of, I don't care because my energy was going to those places.
Yeah.
All of my energy was going to, but what if so-and-so says this about me? What if I'm not the perfect therapist? What if I'm not the best school counselor? What if that parent says this to me in this parent meeting? What if I was living, so much of my energy was going to every other person and it was leaving me depleted. And that's not fair to me. Now, I didn't see it on the outside. I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it internally and I knew. I was like, wait, this is not who I am. And it wasn't until I hit that breaking point and that wall of, whoa. And it was an epiphany of now in therapy and having some trusted people to talk to that I realized, oh, I don't have to live that way.
Yeah.
But to say it took years.
Yeah.
And to know why, there's no answer as to why it took that long. There's no answer as to why someone's journey didn't take that long. But for me, I am thankful for where I was to where I am now. But when I say let it go, just you've got to let that go. I'm saying that to everyone and to myself at times when I'm not giving myself the energy and knowing that I'm depleting myself. Like I'm pouring into everybody's cup.
Yep.
And my cup is empty.
100%. Yeah.
And so when we do that, we are a hot mess. And we can't fix our hot mess because we're empty.
Right.
You know, we may be, our sympathy's gone, our empathy's gone, our compassion is gone, our care, our will to do more. All of that is gone is because I gave to my kids, I gave to my husband, I gave to my spouse, my partner, my friends, my whoever. I gave to my workplace, I gave to the students that I saw today. And then Erica leaves or Nicole leaves and we're like,
Yeah.
there is this amazing, and I wish I had the link to the YouTube. Maybe we'll figure it out or find it. It's a person that uses their self-care and their self-empathy all day long. And it's just like a shadow figure, like a white little figure that walks around, and they go out, they wake up and they feel good about themselves. And then they go out and they see someone fighting or arguing, and they just kind of touch, it's just an animation. They touch the person that's arguing, and then their feet turn gray. And then they walk next to the, a little further down, and there's this dog that's hurt, and they go and they pet this dog, and then their legs turn gray. And then they go and they walk past, and there's this person standing over a bridge where they might think about jumping, and they reach their hand out to help this person, and then their whole body turns gray. Well, then by that time, their whole day has gone, this little animation figure, and they're walking home kind of like this. And they get home, and there's a dog, an animated dog, waiting at the door, tails wagging. And the little animation opens its door and leans down and hugs its dog. And then the whole dog turns gray. So we're sharing all of our stuff to help other people, and we're depleting ourselves. So it's a really good animated kind of visual to show, wait a minute, if I'm giving myself to all these people to fit a certain image,
Right.
or to fit a certain mold, I'm leaving myself empty. And then I'm not going to be able to create the mold I want to fit in. So we have to think about, when I say you've got to let that go. Again, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to everyone. When we start thinking, what if I'm not good enough at what I'm doing? But what if I do something a certain way and I don't look a certain way? What are they going to think about me? My question always is, who is they? You know?
Who is they? And for me, something that helps is I'll always think of, okay, well, what if someone sees this side of me?
Oh, yeah.
What's the worst thing that could happen? Okay, well, the worst thing that could happen is they think less of me. Do I care? I just kind of go through that scenario of, okay, if this is the worst that happens, how would I deal with that?
Right.
And if I can handle that, let's keep moving.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And that's all you can do. Someone told me the other day about embarrassment, how some of us get so embarrassed. And they said to me, do you know if you're not embarrassed, it's not embarrassing? And I was like, that's right. Like if I fell down, if I tripped, or if I stumbled on all of my words right now.
Yeah.
If I just keep going and I don't feel embarrassed,
It's
but
not
people listen
embarrassing.
to that, it's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
They may think, oh gosh, she must be so embarrassed. But if I don't feel that,
Yeah.
it's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
Only we make that. We make that perception to everyone else, where we get up and we're like, oh my gosh, did you see that?
Yeah.
But you may be like, no, I actually didn't see anything you just did.
Yeah.
And so then I sit back and I'm like, oh, I just told her everything I just did.
Right.
And she never even saw it. So I think our hot mess and perceiving what our chaos is just a bunch of noise and distraction in
It
our
is.
brain,
Yeah.
from the world and from society, that we feel we have to fit into some certain mold, that I question what mold and who created that mold. It's, why do I want to be like someone else? Why do I care so much about what someone else says or thinks about, you know, anything that I'm doing when, you know, we're both Christians, that we're the only person that matters
Yeah,
is the Lord and
Lord.
his opinion of us. And he doesn't even have an opinion. He loves us.
Right.
We're the ones that are always like, how can I do better? What can I do
Right.
for the Lord? What can I do? And he's in heaven like,
I already did it for you.
nothing.
Yeah.
You just have to exist. But it's because we're human and we
Yeah.
live in a broken world. But I always remind people, you know, none of this matters. None of this matters. It's how we treat people. It's how our relationship with the Lord is, and it's how we view other people and how we're kind
Yeah.
to ourselves and to others. And if we can do that at the end of the day and not think about everybody's chaos, my chaos, because we live in that.
We do. Yeah.
That's every day. Then we can be okay. But we have to get to that mindset. And that's hard.
It is, but that is also why therapy, and I love doing these podcasts because we're just kind of laying it out there, and you can lay it out there and things feel smaller when you hear other people feeling the same way that you do, or understanding you, or just talking it out makes these hot messes and this chaos feel smaller.
Yeah.
And it empowers you to continue walking, continue healing.
Yeah.
Because even though we do feel a hot mess every day, it's okay. We're still healing. We're still on this journey.
Yeah.
And it's all right. We're all together in this.
And we know we want to get better, and we know we're trying. And to also know everyone has their stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's not going to air their stuff. Everyone's not going to tell their stuff. There are going to be people that are going to pretend that they've never felt the way we felt.
Right.
It isn't true.
Yeah.
Someone has been through something in their life enough to where it has gotten to them.
Yeah.
And we may never know that. And that's okay too. But to say or feel like we're alone isn't the truth. So we don't need to isolate in that thought at all either.
So just come with us and be hot messes. with
Absolutely.
us, and we'll all heal together.
Yep.
Be sure to follow our podcast on your favorite platform or find us on YouTube. Just a quick note. It's a Mental Thing is here to inform and inspire, but it's not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you're facing a mental health challenge, we encourage you to seek help from a licensed therapist like Erica or a healthcare provider. Remember, your well-being is personal, and only a professional can provide guidance tailored to your unique needs.